Welcome back to another video. We want to talk a little bit about how we met and how we're here today. So right now we got some puffs with some cheese.
Some light snacks.
With some ice. The reason why I got inspired by this video is because I posted a TikTok and somebody was like, we need a video of how y'all met. And I was like, I said, babe, we need to make a video.
ASAP.
So we are here today making the video. Today's Labor Day, so it is Monday.
You said, do I want to start off?
Yeah.
Wait, are we getting like detail or what do we?
Well, yeah, I think like
from the start, like how we met and stuff.
I think so.
So I want to say because I remember this very vividly. She doesn't, but I've told her about it. But the first time that I ever seen her in person was in school, and I remember I was walking back to my class or something. It was like 6th or 7th period, but like I was walking back. There's nobody in the halls because obviously everybody's in class. But I remember she was like coming. I remember exactly the same direction we were all going to. Like I was going towards the stairs to go down, and she was coming the other way on this other side of the lockers, and she was just kind of like walking down. I think you were like new to the school.
I was hella new.
And yeah, like I remember seeing her because in high school I was low key like shorter. So
and I've always been a tall girl.
Yeah, so I remember seeing her and I was like, damn, she's kind of tall. But I was like, I knew who it was because I had seen her like on social media, but like I didn't know her, you know? So I was just kind of like, oh, that's that one girl.
That's that one girl. Media. I think for me was what? It was yearbook. Like we were just, I don't know. I don't think we had assigned seats, but like, I don't know. Like for some reason, like we were in the same table.
I think it's because like they were like, oh, everybody pick a partner for like spreads. And then like all my friends like they were like picking each other, and I remember my little sister was in there, but she never like went to class or nothing. So I was like, I'm not gonna pick her. Sorry, Joss. But I think we had like conversated before because like I know we kind of like knew of each other because of like I was dating this girl at the time, and then like they were friends.
Yeah.
So I think when it came to like picking partners, it was like, oh, like I know Odalis kind of. So it's like. But we're just like, oh, do you like want to work on the spread? So then we just like teamed up, you know.
Yeah, joined forces. No, deadass. We was low key cooking. I'm supposed to picture when we were cooking on the slides. And honestly, like I love looking back at the yearbook because being part of the yearbook, like we literally created that. So yeah, we were just partners, and then you know we were just friends, literally.
A lot of people think that like we just met, but like I've known Odalis for like 8 years, or something like low key. It's been like 8 years.
Yeah, since probably like 2016, right? Yeah, like 2016. Yeah.
So it's not like we just randomly like met on the internet and was like started dating up.
Yeah, like in high school we were obviously like a little closer because of like class and stuff. But like after high school, he graduated. He was doing his own stuff. You know, I graduated, I was doing my own stuff. Like, I knew of him, like, after high school, you know, like, I would still see him on social media. We never really talked anymore, really. Like,
we're, like, cool with each other.
Yeah, like, but it was just kind of like, oh, like, I have him, like, I'm gonna show him some love, you know, like, on your, like, social media.
Yeah, she would like one picture, not like the other, and, like, I was like, all right, cool, I guess.
So, you know, we had our own love lives. I feel like for me, my love life has never been interesting. It was always really boring. It's so crazy because I wish I brought the notebook because I would talk about like how like you know, like I'm worthy, que no sé qué, and like my love life is boring, and I can't wait for the day I have my best friend. Like, like it was just like my little hopeless romantic. I've always been a little hopeless romantic because I think love is beautiful.
I haven't read her journal, but like the things that she showed me, it's like stuff that you see out of like movies. Like the hopeless romantic girl that's like writing in her journal because, you know, like she doesn't know about how her love life is gonna pan out and stuff like that. And I was like, bro.
Yeah, and I genuinely just never felt like really valued, honestly. Like I've never experienced that, you know? So like, I don't know, like I got to a point where I kind of was like, you know what, like whatever, I'm gonna just start focusing on me, my goals, and that's it. Like my person, I started like working on my mind. So like, I don't know, I feel like that's what kind of got me into that. But I just started to like realize that I'm like, okay, I just need to focus on me, my stuff, and my person will come in my journey. I think it was like what? The beginning of the year of what? Like 2022?
23.
23?
Like February.
Yeah, it was February. I know it was February, but I don't know what year. It was 2023.
It was
Yeah.
last year. Yeah.
So it was like a year and a half ago. And he reached out to me about like social media. You know, he's been on his YouTube grind.
I have the message.
Yeah, read the message. And this time, like, I was in my content kind of creation journey because of like the business that I run with Monet. So like I kind of had to like start putting myself out there in the content creation journey. He was into his content creation, and he would see that I was in my content creation kind of little era, and he reached out to me. And we're gonna read y'all the message. And this is literally what started it all. What like clicked back our friendship.
Well, basically, I had like messaged her. If there's people that are from my channel, if you guys remember, I used to have a podcast in like 2019. I remember like because I thought we were like cool at the time, and I was just like messaging people to see who wanted to be on the podcast, you know. So then I messaged Odalis. Yeah, I remember telling her like, oh, like I have a podcast. Like if you want to hop on, you know, like. I feel like you'd be a good person to have on the podcast. You know?
I was so down, y'all. Like deep inside, I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go."
I'm gonna put this out there for context. So I dated one of her like friends. She had originally agreed like yes, but then like me and her friend had like broken up at the time. It was like recent, and you know I respect it for being loyal to her. And then she, like a little bit later that same day, she was like, "Oh, you know what? Actually, like." Maybe not a good idea to do a podcast.
I don't know, like for me, like I just didn't feel, I was like, I don't know, like is this even like a good thing to even do? Even though like I wanted to do it, but like deep inside, like I was looking on the side of like my friendship, because I was like, I don't think that's appropriate. I don't know, like I just didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. So I ended up bailing. Well, not wait, no, right? Is that the word?
Yeah, she did. She bailed on me.
I basically just told him I wasn't gonna do it anymore.
So that was 2019, and then like I saw like she was always on like on social media and shit like that. And because I remember how we like our friendship was like it was like very like fun and shit, you know, in high school. So I was like, damn, like I want fun people in my videos. But for the next like 3 years, like I didn't hit her up because of that. I just let it be like that. Like last year I saw like she was really like on her content shit, and I was like, fuck, like I hesitated for a couple days. Like I thought about it for a couple days and I hesitated. I was like, damn, should I ask her? Should I not? Like I didn't, like honestly I didn't know. I was just kind of like, maybe it's not a good idea. I was just back and forth. Yeah, I hit her up. I basically. But
like, get you guys that this was literally a friend.
Yeah,
just like
it
friend
was strictly
vibes.
friendship.
Yeah.
It was not like dating or no.
It's just friendship.
Shooting
like,
your shot in like content, like.
Wait, if you want to
business,
collaborate with people, you know, like I think it's shoot your shot.
I told her like, oh, you know, like I have a video idea. Maybe you'd want to be in it. If not, like it's cool. But it was a video that I wanted to make called How to Talk to Strangers. It's a whole script. Because I used to script my videos and like write down what I wanted to do, you know.
My little producer.
Basically, it's a whole script that I'll write and specific things that I want to film that build up to the actual part when I talk to people. Think of it like a story from beginning, middle, end. The goal is to get to the final part where people stay hooked. My second question was if you would be down to be a part of the build-up in the video. Once I finished writing it, I know we don't talk or anything like that, but I feel like we're still cool to where it won't be weird to ask for some help, you know? And her response was, hell, you want to read it?
An OD voice. Hell yeah. Count me in. I love to see it. I want to be part of this. I love the idea. Let me know with whatever. If you need a second opinion on something or anything, I got you. It was going to be my first YouTube video, to be part of a YouTube video. Like, I would watch YouTube videos, so I thought it would be really cool to, like...
Would you watch my shit?
Yes, I would watch Marco's stuff. Even, like, before we were, like... started to talk again. I've always thought like his content was really cool, and like he was the only YouTuber that like I actually knew personally, you know. So
I feel like still to this day, there's not a lot of.
Where the YouTubers at? Colorado.
Like I've been on YouTube for like I'm coming up on like 6 years. Point is that she said yes to like the collab, so from there I felt more comfortable with like coming to her with like ideas, like, oh, what do you think about like if we shoot this, or like a lot of it was mainly towards that idea, that video. I was like, oh, what if we like go out and do this? Oh, do you think like some people would be down to join us? Da da da. You know, working the details, and I felt just more comfortable just kind of like talking to her about it, because she would like bounce back on my ideas also. You know, so I felt like it was a very good teamwork. Mm-hmm. Like yeah, so we just kind of started like talking about, you know, content. Like it was just straight content talk. Like I swear to God, people probably think like I hit her up to like get with her or anything, but I would literally like it was just straight content.
Straight like damn, like what we creating? Like if he ever had an idea, like I would tell him like let me know. Like I am down.
The reason I bring up the hike from like almost a year ago is because that was the first time I ever like collaborated on Instagram with someone, because I didn't know what that was, you know, like I'm a straight YouTube person, and she's like the short form like Instagram, TikTok, all that. So that was like the first time I collabed on a video with somebody and like learned all that stuff.
So we took footage, like both of us, but he was getting like camera footage as well, more. But like he created the reel. Like it was his first, well, not his first.
I created the reel.
I don't think it was your. Was it your first reel? No, right? No, but like
the first one I did together with somebody.
Yeah, that was like a collaboration.
I was like, I'll chop up the footage, and then you just like help me choose a song, and then boom, we're good. You know, kind of became like just friends again. Like it was like a more natural friendship, not just kind of like a very distant like hey here and there. You know, it's basically met again. But then like we started our friendship again, and it was cool to have somebody that was very like content, like their mind was very like understanding of the content. Whereas like I've never had that before, so I was like, shit, I can literally talk to her about content and she'll know.
Maybe we hung out like another time. Or we probably went to like Chicken Shack or something before my birthday.
Oh yeah, because I wanted to talk to her about like business shit because she's a businesswoman.
Oh yeah.
So we went to Chicken Shack.
Yeah. So this was not even just about content that day. It was more about like business stuff. And I was like, okay.
This was like beginning of November.
Yeah. Oh wait, not Chicken Shack. Dave's
Hot Chicken. Yeah.
Sorry. Like right here, like he would tell me about like the people he was talking to or like going on dates with or whatever. And I would be the same. Like, I would tell him, like, how, you know, stuff was going with me. And it's just, like, you know, we were just hearing each other out in that sense.
I feel like people can't believe the fact that, like, we would do that. But, like, it's deadass when I tell you we were friends. Like, that's at the level of friends we were, like, I would tell her, like, oh, yeah, look at this, the pickup line I used on this girl.
Just want to kind of give you guys a little story.
It's, like, so you guys have context of everything.
Yeah.
Because, like, I promise you, like, it was literally, like, she'd be like, yeah, like, I went on the date with this guy, da-da-da-da, and then I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, I took this girl out. So it was, like, dead ass, like, a regular friendship, and you're at, a level of comfort where you can, like, say those things to your friends, you know? So that's literally what it was, and this was, like, November still.
Yeah.
You know?
So we started getting, like, closer, and I invited him to my birthday party because, you know, like, I was like, hey, like, Marco, pull up to my party, like.
I got an invite to the privada, bro. That was such an honor, like.
Your girl got litty. But let's just say I got really lit, and just Marco was taking care of me that night. And like the next day, I low-key felt really bad because I was like, damn, like that's the first party I invite him to, and I got litty. I was like, damn. But like at the end of the day, like we were just friends, you know.
Had her over there in the signature OD pose.
If you know, you know.
Brian was in the back. I hadn't even met your brother.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in the back, just slumped. I was like, bro.
Nah, it's because we low-key.
I was like, what'd I walk into?
After that, the next thing, we did another video for him, for his channel, and it was an ice skating video. That day, still friends.
But we had,
did we do something after?
We made a video before this ice skating one, where we went to go try King of Wings.
Oh, wait,
and I remember that was before this skating one, because I remember you had cut your hair short.
Oh yeah.
And like
I did
remember,
have my
Yeah, I remember. And I remember we were sitting there, and like I was just like, I complimented her hair. I was like, oh, your hair like looks really nice. And like the waiter was passing by, he was like, oh, it does look nice. You know, he's like, oh yeah, my wife, you know, has her hair cut like that. You know, and we started talking about her haircut, and I was like, oh yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, that night was like, I was looking at her and I was like, damn, like, I always thought she was cute, right? But like, I never said anything because of like the whole friendship thing. But like that night, I was like looking at her like, damn, she's beautiful.
I would be so shy because he would look at me and I'd be like, what you looking at?
I would get us like this, like straight eye contact. Well, not like that, but
not like a creep, you know, but like just looking at me, and I'd be like, I would get so shy.
Yeah, like so. But like I remember looking at her that night, and I was like, damn, like she's beautiful, you know. But I was like, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm like, fuck, I'm shy. I'm not gonna say shit, you know. Because I was like, what if I say something and it's like, chill, bro, like we're just friends, you know. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not about to be like weird. I remember that night too, though. Like you came because she picked me up that night, and she came to drop me off.
We were outside for.
And we were outside for like 2 hours.
Just talking.
Yeah, you could have parked up. You was
for real.
like,
my car was
on the whole time. And we were just like talking about like high school, like what has been going on with life, like just anything. Mm-hmm. Like we were just like basically catching up that night about like the past like 4 years or whatever the fuck it was.
And then after that, that's when we did the ice skating video. And then, well, obviously like at that moment, I did think Marco was cute, the way he was. But like obviously like just like how he was, like I wasn't gonna say it either. Just because like in that moment still like I was still like, even though he was single and stuff, like he didn't have it like anyone, I still like had this feeling of like hesitation on like, I don't think like we would ever be something, you know? Like I don't know, like I didn't no, literally, because that's like how I felt at the moment. When we did the ice skating video, me and my girl Lore, we had some drinks, and you know, sometimes when you get some drinks, you loosen up a little bit. And I guess I was just being a little friendly with Marco.
And this is funny because because she wanted to do this. It had nothing to do with alcohol. I swear to God.
We like have like confidence to like shoot my shot in a way.
You had like, because
I wouldn't do it sober.
Because we were still ice skating, and then like I don't know if you had a shot yet or not, or maybe you did like one or one drink or something. But like I remember I was on my phone like showing her a picture that we took, and she was literally, I kid you not, she was like this, like up on me, like, and I was just kind of like, oh, that's not what friends do. I was literally just like,
how did you feel at that moment?
I don't know. I just kind of like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. You know, it felt nice. So I was like this, you know, and she was just like holding on to me, like leaning over on like this, just like looking at my phone, and I was like, oh, cool. You know? They started drinking more and stuff.
Well, yeah. We actually, like, I didn't even know I shot my shot that night like that.
That's how you know she was.
Yeah. So I was just, point is, like, me and my friend got pretty lit when we were ice skating. Marco wasn't drinking, you know? We were there to record the video and stuff. But, yeah, the next day, like, I had a podcast, and I left my light in his truck. And I was like, hey, like, can I go pick up my light? And then, like, we didn't really talk about, like, what happened the night previously. So, like, I knew, obviously, like, I got lit or whatever. But, like, I didn't really know exact details. I do know I was being a little friendly. But I didn't know, like, what exactly, like, happened. And then Marco texted me. He's talking about how, like, if I remember last night. And, like, what I did last night. And I was like, shit, what did I do? I was like anxious because I was like, damn, like what did I do? Like, did I do something dumb? Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to think. Yeah, he told me that I kissed him, and I was like, oh, but I wasn't mad about it.
She said, well, if I kissed you, it was for a reason. I remember that because after like we were done skating and they were like drinking and stuff, we like went down because there were like games and stuff.
That one rocket,
like beer pong. No.
Oh,
it was
the
beer pong thing, but with water, obviously. It was my turn, and she was like massaging my neck and shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, you know, hugging her, you know, too, like you know, it was her turn, and I was like, oh, like you got this, you know. She would miss, and I'd be like, oh, it's good, like, you know, like. And then like we went down, and then we were playing like this little like basketball thing, and I was like facing away from the basket, and then Odal's just like looking at me like this, just big ass smile, and I was like, okay. And then she just grabbed me and just kissed me. And I was taken aback. I was like, wow. I was like, oh. Literally, like, she kissed me and then she was like, oh, sorry. She was like, how do you feel about that? And I was like, I mean, I don't mind it. You know, I was like, I didn't want to tell her, you know, oh, yeah, I love it, you know? But I was trying to be cool. I was like, I mean, I don't mind it, you know, you know? You know, that was our first kiss.
That was our first kiss.
That was our first kiss. You don't even remember it.
I feel like ever since that, we kind of like were just hanging out. I feel like we were getting to know each other. We were both kind of on the same page on like, I know for you, it was like, he's not here to play around. I wasn't here to play around. And like, if we were ever gonna consider being together, like, it's because it's serious. It's because we're for real locked in. No, relationship is a two people thing. You know, you both gotta want it for each other.
Like, from the beginning, I'm very, like, a straightforward guy. Like, if you feel weird because of, you know, your friend still, if that's, like, holding you back, you know, I respect it. Yeah. I told her, I was like, you know, I've been through a lot of, like, shit, you know, I've had my heart broken a lot. So I'm like, I'm already, like, at an age where it's, like, I don't have time to, like, waste. I didn't ask her out till, like, 4 or like 5 months that we had been, like, talking, you know, because I wanted to know who Dallas was, if we were compatible, if it was gonna work, you know,
Yeah.
until I was like sure that I was like, okay, you know, like I feel good about this. And I was like, if you feel good about this, you know, it's like that's when I was like, we officially started dating. But we both were mature about everything, like from the start.
I'm so grateful that I opened my arms to Marco, because I was kind of like
She was very hesitant.
I was so hesitant.
I was
guys.
too a little bit, but she was like, well, like way
like
more
it took me a
hesitant.
while, I feel like, to like finally feel more comfortable when like we officially were like official, like I like was so anxious. I'm like, fuck, everyone is gonna know. Like I didn't know how to feel about it. Like I was happy, but I was like, fuck, like what are people gonna think? I was so hesitant about that situation. So I was like, fuck, like,
And me on the other hand,
I'm like, I hope nobody judges me, you know?
Yeah. Me on the other hand, I'm like, man, fuck what people think.
I was just telling myself, I'm like, he's single, like, he's been single, you know?
Yeah, I had been single for like 3 years.
But it was just kind of
Because
like...
I saw her hesitation and her kind of like, she was still kind of like closed, trying to open up, but it was just kind of like, fuck, I don't know if I want to open up.
Yeah.
So I gave her time though. Because, like, I really liked her. So I was like, I'm going to give her time, you know.
I liked him. And I was like, he treats me so good. He's so nice. I'm like, this is what I look for in a guy. How I said, my love life has never been... I've never felt like I've been, like, cherished for, like, me, like, in a serious matter. So, like, I had that with Marco. And I was like, fuck, like, I can't take this for granted. Like, it's literally right here. And I'm so grateful that I opened my arms to Marco, because I'm really happy with him. He's such a blessing in my life.
This is legit the first relationship ever that I've never had an argument. Like, we've never been, like, in a fight. You know, like...
We always talk about it. Like, we're going to talk about it.
I've
like,
been through a lot of...
How can we be in the same page again? How can... Like, I think it's important to understand that we both have feelings. I have feelings, he has feelings. And, like,
both feelings matter.
And both feelings matter. And you have to understand each other. And why... You know, why does he feel a certain way about something, and why do I feel a certain way about something? And I think it's important to kind of like ground ourselves and understand.
Perspective is a big thing also.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, why is she upset? Okay, let me put myself in her position. Okay, I see why, you know, I wouldn't want somebody to do that, or I wouldn't want someone to say that to me, you know?
When they say communication is key, they not playing.
It's so cliche, but it's dead ass. Like,
okay,
honestly.
I'm the same way. He's not here to play. Like, I'm not here to waste time either. Like, I'd rather be alone than be trying to figure that out. Because it's like, nah, like... And that's why, like, I love it here so freaking much.
You guys heard it here first. She's breaking up with me. She'd rather be alone.
No!
Yeah, because we weren't looking for someone.
Yeah,
like,
we
at that
weren't.
time.
We were just kind of...
It literally just happened, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it so beautiful, because I feel like it was never forced. 4 months, about to be 5 soon. So grateful.
I knew I loved this woman from like the start. Yeah. I told you so early.
Yeah, he told me so early.
This was like, we have been talking for like 3 months almost.
And he told me...
This is like February.
And he told me that he loves me, and I was like, for me, I was like...
I told you guys I have a good memory. It was February 14th.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went out to
Pho.
I gave her a little
letter, and I read it, and I was sobbing. I couldn't even read the damn letter, because I was... Because I was crying. Like, it was like that type of like... Like, it was like hard to read.
And I remember...
It was so beautiful, though.
And I remember I told her, like, I loved her that day. And that was like February.
Yeah.
I've already like experienced love, like, so I know what like love is and what isn't, you know. So I was like, and I was like, I love this girl. And I told her, don't even worry about saying it to me, because if you're not ready, like, dead ass don't, you know. And then she like,
I respected that,
yeah.
because like I didn't feel forced to say I love you to him when I was like, until I was like ready to say it. Like, he would tell me, and like I still wouldn't say it, but I felt bad, but I was like, I'm not ready to say it.
And I caught on to that, so I stopped telling her until she was like ready to.
Okay, also, you guys, like, one of the best things, because I used to be a really big party girl. My boyfriend is a very calm guy, very chill.
Like, you catch me in my room. Like, we're in my room right now. Like, this literally, like, I've built like this is my sanctuary.
Yeah.
You know.
So like, it's so nice to be with someone who I feel like has given me that balance to, like, I don't know, not be surrounded by that, you know, because it's like, I want to be with my boyfriend, and like, he doesn't like want to, like, he's never to the point where like, oh, like, let's go out and get some drinks, and not being around just like environments where I feel like I'm what's the word? Tempted, because I know myself, and like I just would rather not put myself in the position. So like having a boyfriend that's just like super chill, it's been so good, and I'm really grateful for him, because maybe he doesn't realize, but like it's been such like a peace in my heart. I get emotional really fast. But like, at least for me, I've blacked out way too many times. I've drank way too many times. Like I started drinking at like 16 years old. That is the story, the grand stories. Like, so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for wanting to be part of this, obviously, to share our story.
Girl, I live on YouTube.
But yeah, guys.
Of course I'm gonna be on here, shoddy. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, no, but have a great one, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get it.